In 2024, some idols and groups ended up receiving more hate than the others, whether the backlash was deserved or not. One of those people is aespa's Karina. Overall, Karina has consistently been one of the most popular members of the group among the general public, so her scandals have been few and far between because people don't find a lot of problems with her and the things she does. It also helps that she's likable, charismatic, and very talented, which helps with her personality. However, at the beginning of the year, it was revealed that she was dating actor Lee Jae-wook. In February, Dispatch released an exclusive report in which they said that the two spent some time together at the Prada fashion show in Italy the month prior. According to the insider who spoke with Dispatch, they fell in love at first sight and hung out both in Seoul and Milan, despite Karina living with the rest of the members in the group's dorms. After the news broke out, both SM and CJS Entertainment confirmed the news, leading to some mixed reactions between fans. A huge chunk of them were very happy to see their favorite idol in a relationship, but you can't say the same for the rest of the fandom. Her Chinese fans were especially displeased, with one of them even promising that they wouldn't spend any more money on Karina, despite claiming to have spent tens of thousands of dollars on her merchandise in the past. This announcement not only was unnecessary, but also implied that the fan was spending money with the hopes that it would lead to a relationship with Karina, which is a whole other issue. But as expected, the netizen received support as people agree that spending money on her should give them the right to dictate what Karina does with her life or who she dates. Chinese fans also sent trucks in front of the SM building saying that Karina had betrayed them and accused her of not considering the love that fans had for her. Through the trucks, the fans made demands for an apology, telling SM and everyone watching that they would stop giving them money. Another truck that they sent accused Karina of ruining her career, saying, "You should be more sorry to yourself for your 7 years of effort rather than being sorry for Karina fans. You have messed up your own path. All your efforts are being negated due to one dating rumor. Are you satisfied?" Because of the relationship, there were also rumors that Lee Jae-wook dumped someone to date Karina, which led to her being labeled as a homewrecker. In addition to that, people started accusing her of queerbaiting because they had thought that she was a lesbian. Yes, there was nothing to indicate her sexuality, yet people felt let down that she was dating a man, saying that she had acted gay for pay. Due to all the drama that came from the news, including the fact that SM stocks literally dropped when they came out, Karina had no choice but to apologize. About 2 weeks after the news came out, Karina posted an apology letter on her Instagram expressing how worried she was that she was hurting fans. While she was being as vague as possible about what happened, she made promises not to let fans down and show a more hardworking, mature side of hers in the future. Unfortunately for everyone involved, the apology had the opposite effect as it got even more backlash than the news itself. The general consensus was that Karina shouldn't have apologized in the first place since they were both adults and there was nothing wrong with the fact that they wanted to date. However, the apology was shared everywhere and even had locals weighing in. A user posted it on the Facepalm subreddit, getting tens of thousands of reactions and comments, with BBC, CNN, and Sky News reporting on it, and eventually BBC even airing a news segment on it. Then other K-pop fans revealed that the apology was being reported in their home countries. Instead of this being a wake-up call for netizens to realize just how toxic they were being by even asking her to apologize in the first place, they shifted the blame to Karina, saying that she had embarrassed Koreans. In a post on the KOO, netizens commented, "Her apology just made things way bigger than they were. And just why did she write the apology? It's like she's giving the trolls a response to everything so they will make an even bigger mess." The couple ended up breaking up in April, and while there was no specific reason given by either agency, it was speculated that they made this decision due to all the hate that they got, which would be reasonable. Karina has gone back to being an industry darling, but that time was an absolute nightmare for her. Hyuna also received a lot of hate for her dating life, but not because fans were angry that she was in a relationship. It was her choice of partner that was the reason for the backlash. A few years ago, Hyuna became one of the very few idols that had a public relationship. She revealed to the media that she had been dating Dawn for 2 years at that point, and well, you know the rest. They got kicked out of Cube Entertainment, joined P Nation together, and there were even rumors of an engagement between the two. Sadly, their relationship came to an end after 6 years in December of 2022, with both of them saying that they ended it on a good note and that they would remain friends and colleagues. While fans were sad and even shocked about the news, there are things that happened, so it wasn't that big of a deal. Dawn continued to talk very highly of Hyuna, and Hyuna even joined the same company as him, so it seemed that it was true that everything was good between them. Then everything turned upside down when Hyuna herself revealed that she was dating former Highlight member Junhyung by posting a picture of them walking hand in hand at the beach. If you don't know why this relationship was so controversial, it's because back in 2019, Junhyung admitted that he was watching an explicit video that was sent to him by none other than Jung Junyoung. According to his statement, Junhyung had gone out drinking with Junyoung back in 2015, and the next day, he texted the latter to see how he was doing. In response, Junyoung revealed that he had tried sending illegal video footage to someone, but was caught by a woman. Instead of being alarmed that his friend was illegally taking and sharing videos of women without their consent, Junhyung said, "You got caught by her?" He admitted that while he didn't receive that particular video from Junyoung, he did receive footage from another time. Not only did he fail to report it, but he also made inappropriate comments about it. In the original statement, Junhyung admitted that what he did was foolish, and that he should have treated Junyoung's actions for what they were, a crime and an illegal act. Although the law ruled that he technically did nothing wrong, he left Highlight, lost his reputation, and was viewed by the public as one of the Burning Sun criminals. Given all this, it's understandable why people were so disappointed by Hyuna's decision to date him openly, knowing he was indifferent to the harm his friends caused women. Despite the backlash and disapproval though, Hyuna wasn't ashamed of her boyfriend or her relationship. It was exactly the opposite, actually. She was pretty unbothered as she kept going on public dates with him without ever addressing the comments. The first time she addressed them, she stated, "To be honest, I am very aware of what people think, but if I pay attention to that and chase the public's approval, there are times when I lose the value of happiness. And so, rather than people's approval, I focus on myself right now." To her, the only thing that's important is that she's happy and that Junhyung is good to her, but people haven't stopped criticizing her for showing just how little she cares about the people that Junhyung hurt with his actions. It's undeniable that one of the biggest dramas that happened this year is the one between Min Hee-jin and Hybe. We won't get into the whole thing too much because we have already covered most of it and because too many things happened, but KOOKIELIT were at the center part of it. In April of this year, Hybe alleged that Min Hee-jin tried to take over Adore through illegal methods. In response, Min Hee-jin claimed that Hybe was retaliating against her for calling out B-Lift Lab for copying her New Jeans concept with KOOKIELIT's debut. According to her statement, KOOKIELIT is copying New Jeans in all areas of entertainment activities, including hair, makeup, costumes, choreography, photography, videos, and event appearances. Whether you believe those accusations or not is up to you, but because of the tension created, people went on to blame KOOKIELIT for everything. Mind you, Min Hee-jin herself said that the executives at Hybe and B-Lift were the ones responsible for the situation, not the members themselves, yet people kept targeting literal teenagers and harassing them. The members were called disgusting names and terms, were sent threats, and there were people that dedicated entire accounts to hating on them. It really didn't help that their company was behaving in an unprofessional manner, which only fueled the hate against them. Even when the members were seen reading and reporting hate comments during their live stream, people assumed that the whole thing was staged, despite being a part of the harassment that the members were getting on a daily basis. On a more extreme occasion, after member Won Hee injured her leg to the point that she had to use crutches to move around, netizens blamed B-Lift Lab for copying New Jeans' Hain, who had also injured her leg. When the disputes between Hybe and Min Hee-jin faded from public attention, the backlash against KOOKIELIT also died down a bit. But knowing just how unhinged netizens and internet trolls are when it comes to certain groups and idols, this is far from the end of it. Another group that got a lot of heat because of the issues between Min Hee-jin and Hybe was LE SSERAFIM. To be fair though, people started having problems with the group long before the feud even started for a multitude of reasons. It all started when they had their comeback with Easy and got involved in a controversy for filming and dancing inside of a church. Despite the fact that the church they filmed in was also used in other shows, movies, and music videos, the members were called out for wearing inappropriate outfits and doing inappropriate dance moves when they were inside. Then there were accusations of plagiarism, cultural appropriation, and alleged bad vocals and performances, which led to the group getting a lot of unnecessary hate. It seemed like people had been looking for a group to direct all their hate towards, and LE SSERAFIM unfortunately ended up being their target. The hate got even worse after Min Hee-jin accused Hybe and Source Music of promising her to debut New Jeans first, but then they ended up debuting LE SSERAFIM after Taewon and Sakura joined the company. The girls were labeled as mean, with people trying to find instances in which they had mistreated and ignored the New Jeans members. They even faced backlash for things like wearing Uggs, taking vitamins and supplements, and reading books. People even accused them of being a part of a cult and sharing their ideology through their songs. Thankfully, Source Music has taken all the necessary measures so these people can be properly punished. They have restricted comments on the girls' Instagram accounts and have started filing lawsuits against the people who spread false info, insulted the girls, made rude remarks against them, mocked them, and made crude comments. They're also being pretty harsh about it, so we can at least be grateful that the company is taking this issue seriously. A specific member of LE SSERAFIM who has been targeted a lot was Yoonjin. Being one of the most popular members of one of the most popular groups is bound to get you some criticism one way or another. However, the hate that Yoonjin received was too much. The criticism against her started when she was seen drinking from a Starbucks cup on the way to a schedule. She did so while the brand was being boycotted because of its its stance on the situation in Palestine, so international and Korean fans flamed her for also not boycotting the brand. Seeing as Yoonjin is considered to be chronically online, people doubted that she didn't know about Starbucks being boycotted, which made the whole thing more disappointing to the people who supported her. The comment section on her Instagram post included comments like, "Please educate yourself, this is disappointing," and "hoping you will take accountability and apologize." Yoonjin vaguely addressed the situation later on, but the Starbucks thing kept being brought up later on, as any posts related to her all referenced the fact that she didn't boycott the brand. Then she got hate for reading feminist books and for her live vocals regressing despite the fact that she sounded fine. As mentioned before, people were just looking for a reason to hate them and were ecstatic when they happened to find even a sliver of anything to criticize. None of this compares to the hate that Sakura got the past few months though. We're not trying to play hate Olympics here, but the vile things that were said about her reached a whole new high. It all started after her encore stage of Easy when people said that her vocals were bad. You would think that this would prompt some good-natured criticism with the intention of improving her skills as an idol, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Sakura was sent threats, was called every disturbing name there is, and was even accused of sleeping her way into the group. If that wasn't enough, the hate against her got even worse after Coachella. Their performance was so criticized that it made headlines nationwide, and the backlash was so intense that Sakura happened to respond. She posted on Weverse explaining that she understood people had different expectations, but overall, her goal was to create a fun experience for everyone, even those unfamiliar with the group. Among other things, she said that she felt their efforts resulted in a good performance and acknowledged that some might see the members as inexperienced, but believed that they did their best. However, Sakura's statement only fueled more backlash. People felt that she came off as arrogant, seeming to dismiss valid criticisms and making excuses for the performance. Some even thought that she was blaming the audience for not liking their singing, and they even brought up other idols who had apologized for their performances in the past. Then the cult allegations brought up a new wave of hate as the closing scene in LE SSERAFIM's Burn the Bridge teaser sparked controversy among netizens. Some argued that Sakura emerging from the water symbolized a right-wing Japanese nationalist stance on the disputed Dokdo Islands. They claimed her appearance in the teaser was akin to Japanese propaganda, and well, you can judge just how justified the backlash was by this argument alone. Since the company has started taking this seriously, we can expect LE SSERAFIM's August comeback to go much smoother, but you never know with netizens at this point.